can't join for the first couple of seconds. Like at least 30 seconds of delay is necessary. So I always say, "Good evening, everyone. How are you doing?" But people don't really hear that greeting. So we'll be patient with that. We'll be patient with it. And
Yes,
maybe
okay.
now we can say good evening, everyone, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. We have our lovely representative of the Americas, Magdalena, back with us. Magdalena, how are you feeling today?
Today I feel really excited. This is my fourth time in this stream, and like all time I say, this is the best way for practicing and for learning new words, new structures, new vocabulary. So join us as
Exactly.
much as
I
you can.
like that. I like that. Bravo. That's why you're a regular here because you always deliver strong messages. I still remember during one of the first sessions, we had to create conditional sentences. Or no, it wasn't with conditionals, it was with tell and say. And you made some incredible sentences like, I'm telling you, join these classes. I'm saying this is the best stream. It was really amazing. So thank you for that. It's still in my mind. And Sarah says, Hi, Sarah. You can now relax and watch Magdalena. Magdalena, what did you think of Sarah's performance?
Oh my God, it was amazing.
I
It
agree
was really
completely.
amazing, no? Her English is so fluent, and she's really kind and good
Absolutely.
and really beautiful as
Exactly.
well.
I agree with everything you said. So, Sarah, you need to come back and bless the viewers with your appearance and your English once more. So, speaking of that, we are going to invite people to join through the WhatsApp channel. Join us. Magdalena is here, and Mexican flag, of course. We are going to advertise Mexico.
Yes.
We are. I had some Mexican students today, and they were all excited about the upcoming games at the World Cup. They think that you guys might have a chance to win the whole thing. What do you think about that, Magdalena? Could
Well,
Mexico
I
win the tournament?
no.
No, you don't think
No.
that you could go all the way.
No, no, no. I think that I'm going to be
Hmm.
pessimistic. And I think that the last match is going to be with Ecuador. I think so.
No way. No, no, no. I mean, I don't know if you've seen my video I posted today about my World Cup predictions, but I said
Yes.
Mexico were going to go to the semifinals, right?
Argentina, not just the
Yeah,
circuit Argentina, and then
exactly.
we lost that game. Well, I
Exactly.
don't know. Ecuador is strong. I watched
Hmm.
the match with Germany and
Hmm.
was wow, my God, they played mm, well. I
They
think
played
so.
a
But
good
well,
match. That's
yeah,
right.
a good match.
Absolutely, they did. But the thing is, Germany wasn't playing their first team. They were resting their most important players. So when they play against Mexico, Mexico is obviously going to field the first squad. And I believe you have enough quality to go past them. But we shall see. We shall see. Let's check the current score of South Africa versus Canada. It's still
Yeah.
nil-nil, no goals. I said Canada would go through, so let's hope it comes true.
Yes.
Sarah says you are too kind. Oh, I don't know
Oh,
if
thank you,
she meant
Sarah.
both of us or just Magdalena, but I think we are all kind here. It's the best community, like I've said many times. What about the weather? It's a mandatory question for you, Sarah, everybody else watching, and for you, Magdalena.
Now it's around 26, 27 degrees. It's a
Mm-hmm.
little bit hot, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not as hot as in Europe.
Which is crazy. I mean, usually when we think of Mexico, we think of some tropical temperatures, boiling hot weather. I guess it's not the case.
Yeah, well, at least here in Mexico City, we
Mm-hmm.
have a really good weather, but there
Mm-hmm.
are some cities that are in the north part that maybe they can reach 40, 45
Mm-hmm.
degrees in summertime. There is a period of time that
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to see in English. It's called a canicula.
Uh-huh.
And there are 28, between 28 and 30
Mm-hmm.
days, that
Mm-hmm.
is the highest, that they reach the highest temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
And
Understood.
after that, the in this case, the autumn or
Mm-hmm.
fall starts in our country.
Got
But
it.
those 28 days, it's extremely hot.
Understood. It's unbearable. You can barely handle it. I got
Yes.
it. Jada says hello, Magdalena, and she sent an emoji, some excited
Hi,
emoji. I don't
Jada.
know how to describe this one. It's like you can't see me, so I can't show you. But it's something positive. It's something positive,
Okay.
obviously. She is excited to see you
Thank you.
again, like we all are. And we need to see Jada again. I think we're gonna bring Jada next week, something like that. She needs a lesson and she needs to play Taboo. She is my
Yes.
favorite opponent. So let's get to work, Magdalena. What can you see in this picture?
Well, in this picture, I can see an office.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there are, oh, it's kind of, no, it's not a pack office like
Mm-hmm.
mine. But there are many people working.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are talking by phone.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Talking
a lot
on
of
the phone. You can say talking
talking
on the phone.
on the phone.
Mm-hmm. On the phone.
And we can see monitors,
Mm-hmm.
chairs, and keyboards,
Mm-hmm.
um, mouses.
Mm-hmm.
And they are dressing maybe semi-formal dress code,
Mm-hmm.
no,
That's right.
as
Good.
usual
Semi-formal.
nowadays
Mm-hmm.
in the offices, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not all the offices. Maybe this is only allowed on Fridays most of the times. No, the
Mm-hmm.
rest of the week they should well, no, they must wear
Mm.
formal clothes.
I have no idea. I'm a freelancer. I work from my home. I choose my own style. There are no requirements. As long as I have a shirt on, it is fine. But it's an interesting concept. So Friday is the more relaxed day, so to say. And the
Yeah,
other
in
days
some
are
offices.
stricter. In some offices. Got it.
Yeah, and it depends of the
Mhm.
company, no?
Depends
Because
on.
if depends on the company, because maybe if there is a bank,
Hmm.
well, a whole week they must wear
Hmm.
suits or
Hmm.
formal clothes for women.
Absolutely. So the more, how should I say, the more serious the institution, the more formal it is going to be. Or not even serious. I don't want to say that mm, design companies are not serious, but
Decide or business, no,
business, right? Business
business.
and something more traditional. Like if you work in a startup, you're very likely to have a very relaxed dress code, if any, for that matter. But when you go to a bank or to the court, there are going to be strict rules for how you dress. So that is one downside of working at an office, in my opinion. Let's see what the people are saying. You have such a beautiful energy and you are glowing as always. Wow, Jada is saying some really nice
Thank
things
you,
about you. But yeah, you do have
thank
a
you.
great energy and you don't have anything turkey related on today, do you?
No, today my outfit is supporting, in this case, France.
France, all
Sorry,
right.
France. Today is France.
Got it. Okay, you need to buy something Serbia related when you come to the Balkans.
Yeah, next time.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to. Well, it's kind of difficult because I have to spend a lot of days, so
Mhm.
I'll manage. I'll manage.
You'll find a way, absolutely. And Sarah says, yes, the casual Friday, we call it. So they do have this concept of a relaxed Friday. Perfect. You said they were talking on the phones. What type of phone is this?
Oh, well, it's the classic phone. No, I
Mm-hmm.
think that nowadays you can make phone calls
Mm-hmm.
through the labs.
Mm-hmm. This is a landline phone, right? The one that
Landline.
requires a wire to connect all the phones. And some people say those are the only phones that are going to survive the nuclear wars. All the other radio waves are going to stop, but we'll still have landline phones, which.
Yeah, and they're really useful.
Mm-hmm,
Well, I remember when the last earthquake here in
mm-hmm,
Mexico in 2017.
mm-hmm,
Obviously, all the cell phones were blocked,
mm-hmm.
and this landline phone was useful for me because this
Exactly.
was the only way to be in contact with my brother, with my boyfriend. So
Absolutely.
it was really good.
I love them. And back in my village, my grandma still has the old rotary phone. You know what I mean? The one you have to spin around in
Yeah,
order to
yeah, yeah,
dial
like
someone.
this dial, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very certain people my age, and especially, people, kids, should I say, younger than me, have no idea such phones exist. I think such phones are a thing of the past for them. But my grandma still uses it daily, every single day. So
Mm.
shout out to my grandma. What do they have on the desk next to the
Uh,
phone?
it's a fan,
Uh-huh, a
a little
fan.
fan,
Bingo. Do you have such fans in your office, or do you have an air conditioning system?
air conditioning, but sometimes it's too cold. Like maybe outside 33 degrees and
Mhm.
inside 14, and you are like, oh my god,
Well, you're freezing. It's
a jacket,
unhealthy.
and
It's
yeah, it's
unhealthy.
unhealthy. Yes,
Mm,
completely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I see. But at the same time, living without air conditioning is sometimes unbearable. So
Yeah.
you need to find the middle ground. You need to find the compromise. Hello, Igor. Welcome. You said you had a bakery, so I guess you don't work in an office like this. But Magdalena does to an extent, right? You said yours is more packed.
Yes, yes. Well, maybe 2 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
in the building that we work, there were two floors,
Mm-hmm.
but nowadays one of the floors is for meetings, for conventions, for those kind of things, and only one floor is available for everyone. So on
Uh-huh.
Tuesdays, that is the day that I go to the office,
Mm-hmm.
is packed. Sometimes you don't have where to sit, no, so like, oh my god, between, for example, in the case of the image, between the two women, no, so
Yeah,
it's we
exactly. You
are
just have
packed
to
like
find
a
a way.
sardine.
Like sardines, like my beloved sardines and canned fish. I had canned tuna for dinner, guys. If you had any doubts, I can tell you I had canned tuna for dinner. It was a busy day for me. I filmed a new video, edited it on short notice, had to teach some classes, and of course, I had to stream for all of you. And that's when such cans come in handy. They are very convenient. Just open them and eat. How do you pronounce this word, Magdalena?
Available.
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 Uh-huh. There's the schwa sound. Available. So lots of sounds. Available.
Available.
Bravo. Now you sounded like a real American. Good job. I don't think there's much else worth mentioning here. It's
No,
pretty
maybe it's
straightforward.
a lot of light, no,
It's very
maybe
bright. Yes.
it's very bright, so it's this is good because sometimes the lamps, like you feel like you were a pork, no, behind the lamp, no.
Exactly. You feel like you are what behind the lamp?
Like a pork.
Like a
A
pork.
pig. A
A
pig.
pig,
A pig. A
exactly.
pig.
Be
Like a
careful
pig.
about. That's right, because pig is the animal.
And
Pig.
pork is the meat.
That's right. And pork is pig meat. There are some animals where such distinction doesn't exist. For example, goat, and then the goat meat will be goat meat. You know, that's it.
Mm.
It's simple as that. But on the other hand, when we talk about cows, what would be the name of their meat?
Um, meat could be cow meat,
Beef. Beef.
beef. Okay.
Cow meat. If, in case you don't know why there is such a distinction, in 1066, England was conquered by the Normans. So the Norman conquest, that was the last time England was successfully conquered by an invading force. And the Normans were actually French-speaking people from the area which is now known as Brittany in France, in modern-day France. And they brought the French language to the British Isles. So the modern English language is actually the mixture of Old English and French, Old French. That's why during the early days of the Norman rule, the ruling class that was eating the meat would use French words for the meat, while the farmers, the poor people who were actually hunting and raising the livestock, raising the animals, they would use the old English names. So the name of the animal is the Germanic pig, and the name of the meat is the Romance Latin pork, which is incredible, really, when you think about it. So that's a quick history lesson for you guys.
Interesting. Interesting.
It is good. I mean, I love history, and this was part of my university studies. So even if I didn't like it, I still have to learn about it. Folks, if you have any questions, you can let us know. If not, we can move on to the next slide. Magdalena, do you have any questions?
No.
No
If everything
questions.
is okay.
Let's move on to the next slide. We have a text, actually a quick dialogue between Alex and Sarah. So would you like to be Sarah or Alex?
Sarah, like my classmate.
Exactly,
Right?
like your classmate. Let's start. Hi, Sarah. I wanted to bring up the topic of improving our work environment. I think we need to think about more flexible working hours and taking on more staff to lighten the workload.
That's a great idea. With more staff, we could carry out tasks more efficiently. I'll speak to HR tomorrow. Also, we should look into organizing team building activities to boost morale.
Good job. We spoke about that during the coffee talk stream, the difference between moral and morale. Absolutely. Oh, I almost forgot. Amy asked if we put her status update meeting off to next Monday. She has been sick for 4 days and needs some time to catch up.
Why don't we call the weekly meetings off and switch to an update via email? This could give everyone more time to deal with urgent matters.
Sure. Sounds good. Well done. Great reading. Magdalena, any questions about vocabulary?
Well, the phrasal verbs.
Yeah, the phrasal verbs are always a problem. We're going to talk about them on the following slides, so we don't have to dive too deep into them now. What about the difference between morale and moral? What was it?
Moral, it's like act or good behavior, no?
Good or bad, basically. Good or bad,
Mhm.
based on what the society thinks. So obviously, the social norms will differ between different countries, let alone different continents. So there something that is considered immoral in, say, Saudi Arabia might be widely accepted in the United States. What about morale?
Um, Moral. I'm not sure. Maybe
Mhm.
it's like doing things in the best way. No, like
Well, why did she say we should look into organizing team building activities to boost morale? You know that boost means to increase.
in increase.
Uh-huh.
Maybe the I don't
What
know
are they
the
increasing?
mm, the effort for doing something.
Mhm.
Uh, um, I don't know how to
Well,
explain it.
you're close to it. The closest word to morale would be essentially mood. So they're trying to
Mood.
boost the mood of the team, making sure everybody is motivated, everybody is feeling good about what they're doing, and they are simply ready to invest the highest levels of effort. So, in a way, you were right. So morale is the mood, the motivation for something. So obviously, when we talk about sports, let's say you have a team like Turkey, after losing 2 games, their morale was very low because they were knocked out. They had no motivation. But at the same time, you might have Mexico now. They're playing at home in Mexico. Their morale is very high. They are very motivated to prove themselves in front of the home crowd. So that is the key difference between morale and moral. Sound very similar, not quite the same. Also, what is the difference between stuff and staff?
Stuff are things,
Mm-hmm.
and staff is the group of people
Mm-hmm.
that are in charge of some tasks of or
Mm-hmm.
activities.
That's right. So the people working, essentially simple as that. The people working, usually in an office. So that's the distinction between maybe a white collar job and a blue collar job. Do you know the difference between those two?
No, 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 no.
Mm-hmm.
White
Blue color. The color is that thing you have around your neck. Like I'm wearing a shirt with a color. People who are watching the stream can probably see the color. Uh, and the distinction between the two is that white collar workers or white collar jobs are jobs done at an office. They are the executive jobs, the fancy, nice jobs, you know? And the
Mm-hmm.
blue collar jobs are those jobs that require physical labor. So a plumber is a white collar worker. A, for example, a builder is a construction worker, to be more precise. A construction worker is a blue collar worker. But an architect is a white collar worker. So the architect will sit in his office, create projects, earn lots of money for his mental work, and the blue collar worker will earn significantly less through investing his physical efforts. So blue collar, physical work, physical work, and white collar, usually mental, done at an office. So what are some examples of blue collar workers that you can think of? Blue collar
Well,
jobs.
uh, oh, the person who is in charge of the of cleaning the house could be.
Absolutely. So, like a housemaid, right?
Housemaid.
A housemaid, yes. And what about a white collar job?
A lawyer,
Absolutely.
uh, a lawyer, a doctor,
Mm,
all those professions, a teacher.
absolutely. A teacher, another great example of a white collar worker. We have something in the chat. I meant I have bakery near my house. I had to use there is a bakery, not we have a bakery. No, I mean, to be fair, Igor, we have a bakery. It does work. Like we have a bakery nearby, but it depends on how well I know you, right? Because in that situation, the question was, what would you call your bakery? So when you said, we have a bakery and it's called Patriot, I thought you meant, oh, we own the bakery. But if my friend moved to another city and he told me, oh, we have a bakery close to our apartment, obviously I'd understand he means there is a bakery nearby, not that they've opened a bakery. So it depends on the context. So yes, saying there is a bakery would have completely avoided the confusion, but don't blame yourself for it. It all depends on context. Speaking of other words here, Magdalena, anything else you would like to mention?
No, no,
No.
everything.
The workload, what is the workload?
The amount of work that you have every day.
Mm-hmm. That's right. The amount of work you have to do. You have to do. So you can obviously take a day off, but the work remains there. So you can't escape it. Folks in the chat, if you have any questions, hello there. Oh, hello there, Christian. It's a pleasure to see a new face. Where do you come from? Please tell us more about yourself. I hope you will stay with this lovely community and sit in the place where Magdalena is sitting now. Tell him, Magdalena, is it scary to be on the stream?
Well, the first class was really scared because sometimes you don't know what is going to happen
Mm-hmm.
during the class. No, maybe you don't know some things, but it's make mistakes
Mm-hmm.
is part of learning.
That's
No,
right.
so Christian is the name of the new
Uh-huh.
one.
Uh-huh, yes.
So, Christian, if you have the opportunity, do it. It doesn't matter that you make mistakes, it's part of learning. And besides, you have the best teacher. So, this is a
Exactly.
really
Woo!
good opportunity to learn.
I agree with that. Thank you so much for the best advertising. I think I need to hire you as my advertising manager. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll have to get in touch. Do you have any
Well,
background in marketing?
not really, but in my previous job, that I told you that you remember that I
Of
work in a
course.
company which
Uh,
sells
fish.
to the
I,
fish.
I remember fish vividly.
Yeah, I work together with the marketing, so I
Hmm.
I learned some things related to marketing, and sometimes for more companies they say that marketing is to waste money. No,
Uh-huh.
absolutely. But
Exactly.
nowadays, advertising is one of the most important areas in the companies.
Mm,
No,
absolutely.
so, because nowadays you should be active through social media,
Hmm.
through billboards, through podcasts, on the streets, so everywhere. No, this is the best way
Any
for
possible
being
option.
contact with the customer.
That's right. To make contact.
So,
Make contact. Yes.
hire me. you,
Yes.
you you should hire me.
Absolutely. But first, I need to grow my community, and then we'll get in touch. We'll get in touch.
This is the part of the marketing.
Yes, that's right.
Grow the community.
Exactly. For the community to grow further. All right. Thank you for the great story, Magdalena. Let's get back to our lovely phrasal verbs. Read the table for us.
Okay. Phrasal verbs are special phrases in English that combine a verb with one or more particles, which are usually prepositions or adverbs. When put together, the phrasal verb takes on a new meaning.
That's right. So that is something you have to remember. For example, the word take, obviously it means to grab something. So you if you take something from the shelf, if you take a book from the bookshelf, it means you've grabbed the book and placed it somewhere else, or you're still holding it in your hands. But take off means to remove something. So if you take off your shirt, it means you remove the shirt from your body. If you take off your jacket, you've removed the jacket. So that is an example of how the particle changes the meaning of the main verb. Please proceed to the second part.
Separable phrasal verbs can be used
Not separable, separable.
separable
Mm-hmm.
separable phrasal verbs can be used separately or non-separately.
Mm-hmm.
When separate, the object is put between the verb and the particle.
Mm-hmm.
We put off the meeting to next week. We put the meeting off to next week.
So they mean the same thing. It only depends on where you put your object, whether it's in between the main verb and the particle or after both of them. One more thing, this word, separate and separate. It's impossible to tell the difference between them, but one of them is a verb and one of them is an adjective. Do you know which is which?
Um, no, no,
Uh-huh.
no, no, no.
This
I don't
one
know.
is separate.
Separate.
Mm-hmm. And it means, of course, to divide, to split in two parts. And separate as an adjective, separate. So there is no A vowel. That's the key difference. This is separate, and this is separate. This adjective means essentially the same thing, something that is divided. It's all about how you use them in a sentence. So here we are talking about when separated, so when this action happens. But if we talk about maybe a room or a house, and you ask me, oh, do you live in the same room with your I don't know, roommate, with your flatmate, I could say, no, we have separate rooms, right? I won't say we have separate rooms. I'll say separate rooms, meaning that the rooms are split. You understand the difference?
Yes,
Perfect. Now let's
understood.
talk about the non-separable ones.
Okay, non-separable. The object must stay after the phrasal verb.
Mm-hmm.
We need to look into the issue and identify the root cause.
That's right, the root cause. What's the root cause?
Um, the root cause is the main problem.
Mm-hmm. The
No, the
main
problem.
problem. That's right, the main problem. So what started all the other problems? That is your root cause. The root being the part of the plant under the ground that feeds it. Any questions about this?
No, no, everything clear.
Nothing about this. Guys in the chat, if you have any questions, let me know. One thing that is worth remembering is that when we have a pronoun as the object, such as her, let's say, we have to put the pronoun in between the main verb and the particle. For example, do you know the phrasal verb pick up.
Yes.
Okay. There are multiple meanings. You could pick something up from the floor, or it could mean giving somebody a ride, you know? So if you had to make a sentence with pick up and the pronoun her as the object, how would you make it? Let's say you are supposed to go to your sister's school and go there with your car so she can get in the car and go somewhere else. How would you make that sentence using pick up and her?
I pick her up at the school.
That's right. I'll pick her up at the school tomorrow. Bravo. Would it be okay to say I'll pick up her?
Um, no, I think that is non-separable phrasal verb.
Well, pick up is actually separable, but like I said, when the pronoun is the object, it needs to go between the main verb and the particle. So you could say pick up the trash, right? Pick up the trash. It's a correct sentence, right?
Okay. Yes.
I could tell you as an order, pick up the trash. But could I tell you pick up it?
No, I'll pick it up.
That's right. I'll pick it up. So that is the difference. When we use the pronoun, it goes in between, even if the phrasal verb is separable. Keep that in mind. So if the object is a pronoun, it needs to go between the main verb and the particle. Is that clear, everyone? Let's see the chat. Where can I find out if a verb is separable or not? Well, you can find out on Google. There are long lists of phrasal verbs with different categories. That's the only list. If your question is where you can find it, if you meant how you can know whether a phrasal verb is separable or not, the only answer is through practice and memorizing. Like, there is no way of knowing through just looking at a phrasal verb. So it comes down to whether it feels right, and if you're not sure if it's correct or not, you'll just have to Google it essentially, or ask someone like me whether it is separable or not. If that's clear, guys, let's move on to the next slide. We have to match the phrasal verbs to their definitions. Magdalena, take the stage.
Okay. Well, phrasal verbs are by heart, you know, it's there
Right.
is no formula.
No, unfortunately not. There is no formula. I mean, that is speaking of whether they're separable or not, but even when it comes to their meanings, each set phrasal verb will have multiple meanings, right? So whether you warm up the soup or you warm up your body, they are different concepts, but with the same phrasal verb. So it is tough. It is one of those parts of the English language that students don't enjoy. But I think people enjoy this part, matching verbs to their meanings. So start with number one.
Okay. To manage a situation, problem, or task is to deal with.
Yes, that's right, to deal with.
To accept or assume new responsibilities, tasks, or challenges. Um, to take on.
To take on.
To cancel an event, meeting, or plan. To put off.
To cancel.
No, no. Put off is to postpone.
Bingo. So we can already put number 7
Yeah, it's
there.
number 7. To cancel. To call off.
That's
To call
right. So
off.
calling off is canceling. Putting off is postponing, delaying.
To research something, to get information, to look into.
Yes.
To introduce a topic or idea during a discussion, it's to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
And to introduce a topic or idea during a discussion, it's to carry out.
Oh, wait a second. I think we confused the two.
No, no.
To introduce a topic or idea during a discussion is number 5, right? So to research something to get more information. Wait.
No,
Everything was
to
good so far. I think I messed up with the numbers. 1, 2,
yeah,
3, 4. 5
for to
is
look
to
into,
introduce, to look
to
into, to research.
introduce a
Yeah, that was
topics,
good. To introduce the topic during a discussion, bring up,
bring up, and
to
to
perform.
complete or
Uh-huh.
perform a task, project, or plan is to
6.
carry out. Number 6.
So where was the confusion? Guys who are following, what happened? Why was there a confusion? I don't know. Did I mess with numbers 5 and 6? Or did you maybe read the same sentence twice?
Yeah, maybe I read the same sentence. Maybe.
Maybe you read number 5 again because
Yes.
suddenly it didn't sound right, but I knew that everything up to that point was correct. So
Yeah,
I
my
hope people
mistake.
in the chat. It could be mine. We need VAR. We need VAR to let us know what happened. Guys, I recommend you take a screenshot so you can have this available. You have 7 different phrasal verbs in front of you. You can easily memorize them this way. So do it now. I'll give you a second more before we move on to the final slide. Magdalena, do you have any questions for me so far?
No, everything clear.
Everything's clear.
Is clear.
That's right. Don't forget the verbs. Can you just say that in Spanish without the verb to be? Is it how Spanish works?
Todo claro.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
in
but like
English,
there is no verb, right? Todo claro is like
yeah,
todo is everything, claro is clear.
yeah, but it could be todo claro or todo está claro.
So like
both,
everything is clear. Uh-huh.
yeah, both are correct in Spanish. It's okay. Do you understand the idea?
Got it. No, everything's clear. Well, in English, they will use contractions to be more economic with how they speak, to be faster, but they will never completely omit the verb. So everything's clear, or everything is clear for the full sentence, but it needs to be there. I believe that it's fine, so we can move on to the final slide. Describe a recent project or a task you had to carry out at work. What were the challenges?
Well, nowadays we have to learn how to interact with AI.
Of course, I knew it would be something AI related.
Yeah, it is a challenge because most of the times, maybe you have a way, a simple way to work. In this case, through Excel or through those Microsoft apps. No, and this is a little bit challenge because you have to challenging because you have to introduce maybe some codes, maybe some things that AI it's supposed that your work will be more efficient, will be more easy, but
Will be easier.
I don't know, easier, but I don't know. I think that it's challenging.
It is challenging. Exactly.
It is challenging.
That's the best way to define it. AI can be helpful, but when it's shoved down your throat, when it is something constantly pushed by the higher ups, it does get irritating very quickly. Again, I have that sort of freedom where I'm not directly forced to use AI, and I do utilize it to my advantage. But many people who work in big corporations are complaining about this AI first policy that many companies have adopted since. So good luck. That's all I can say. I hope you can survive this AI apocalypse. What was the last topic you brought up in a meeting? So, a topic that you mentioned.
The forecast. The
Uh huh.
forecast for the Q number 3. Well,
Mm-hmm.
now we are in the Q number 3 because
Mm-hmm.
like the company it's an American company.
Mm-hmm.
So our first month is December.
Mm-hmm.
So nowadays June, July, and August is our 3Q.
Our third.
So
Mm-hmm.
third Q.
Mm-hmm.
So the forecast of the following months.
Mm-hmm. And what does that Q stand for those who don't know?
Quarter, the
Mm-hmm.
third quarter of the
That's
year.
right, quarter. So a year can be divided into 4 quarters, 3 months each. So the forecasts for Q3, got it. Was it something good or bad?
Well, ah, I think that it's going to be bad because the second one was the all the time is the best one
Mm-hmm.
because all the brands
Mm-hmm.
has
Have the
the
best.
best have the best figures
Mm-hmm.
and results, and the third one is like more it's more
Is the quiet one.
relaxing.
The quiet one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the quiet one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the quiet season. So the quiet season, so the season, the part when something doesn't happen, when there isn't much activity. Have you ever had to call off a meeting or put off a task at work?
Yes, the recent, the previous days
Mm-hmm.
because of the World Cup.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
So on the Wednesday,
Uh-huh.
yeah, Wednesday was the match between Mexico and Croatia. Yes,
Uh-huh. No, it
Croatia. Yes.
wasn't Croatia.
Um,
Mexico, Croatia, no.
no,
World Cup?
Mexico. Czechia. Czechia. I
Czech
confused.
Republic, yes.
Czech.
It's all
Czech
the same to
Republic.
you from the Americas.
Yeah, it's the same. And we had an important meeting because we are going to
Mm-hmm.
work with the budget for the following
Mm-hmm.
week. So they said, no, no, no.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, we are going to put off the meeting.
Mm-hmm. We're going
Well,
to put off the meeting for the next week.
for the next week.
Mm-hmm. So we are going to put off the meeting, the meeting for the next week. Your sentence would be incorrect. You said, uh, like next week we are going to put off our meeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your sentence would imply that you are going to perform the action of delaying next week. Because
Okay.
we need this for to indicate that this meeting is being moved for the next week. It's being moved to the next week. That's why the word order is important here. So we are going to put off the meeting for the next week. Okay. And
Okay.
it's going to take place, I guess, next week, right? Or no, this week. You said Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or oh, it's Sunday today. Oh my God. I don't even know
No, yes.
what day it is anymore because I worked today. It didn't feel like Sunday to me. Okay, but yes, next week. All right.
Next.
That was putting off. What about calling off something, outright canceling it?
Call off. No, no, not really. We
Mm-hmm.
don't have to call off a meeting.
Okay, great. So you just put it off and then find a way do it at a later date and time. Would you like to take on any different tasks at work? Maybe some marketing related stuff.
Yeah, I would like to interact with the marketing because, for example, I think that they are not so active in LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm.
in social
On
media,
LinkedIn, uh-huh.
on LinkedIn and
Mm-hmm.
on social media. So I think that it would be a good opportunity to interact more with the customers, with the
Mm-hmm.
clients, with the people who is following
Who
the
are?
who are following the page.
Mm-hmm.
And besides, I also would like to take on the with human resources, no,
Mm-hmm.
the with the volunteer tasks.
Understood. So you would like to do something similar to Sarah.
Yes, yes, I really want, but sometimes human resources organize this
Mm-hmm.
volunteering
Mm-hmm.
the days when we are full of activities. So
Yeah, so it's not good.
it's
It's not good,
impossible. It's
right?
impossible.
They
Yes.
need to fix their scheduling. There is no point in scheduling such activities on busy days. Got it. What was the last thing you had to look into at work?
Mm, how to create dashboards in Power BI.
Wait a second. How to create dashboards?
Boards
Okay. In
in Power
Power.
BI.
So no power.
Power
Mm-hmm.
BI.
BI is that the name? Power BI. One word or two words?
Two words.
Okay, in Power BI. Like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I have to look into because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you have to gather all the information and then it's the main difference between Excel and Power BI is the view, mainly the
Mm-hmm.
view. No,
So it's
because
a
you
it's a
have
program like Excel. Now we know what it is. So Power BI, Power because I've never heard of Power BI before. A program like Excel. Okay.
yeah, it's an Excel when you have like pivot tables and
Mm-hmm.
the view is it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice that if you see through a plain
Mm-hmm.
Excel sheet, no, for example.
Mm-hmm. Understood. And speaking of dashboards, what kind of dashboards were you creating? Why did you need that feature?
What kind of dashboards? Well, dashboard which contains all the information,
Mm-hmm.
comparing maybe the actuals and the budget
Mm-hmm.
and the previous month and the rest of the year,
Mm-hmm.
the whole year.
Understood. So an overview of the whole year.
Yes, the whole year.
Mm-hmm. Understood. Well, not the most interesting thing for me. I was never a fan of tables, Excel sheets, and stuff. But Sarah is a big fan of Power BI. She says she loves it. I don't know,
Yeah, it's
guys.
really useful. It's really useful, and this is the best way to maybe you select the information that you want, and maybe you can get it in the same page.
Amazing. I don't know. Am I the only person who's never heard of Power BI? Igor, have you ever heard of Power BI? Please tell me I'm not the only one because I only know the Microsoft Office package, Excel, Word, what else was there? PowerPoint.
Yeah, PowerPoints
Was
as
there
well.
anything else in their Office package?
Microsoft Access. Access is like a big Excel. You can gather a lot of rows and columns.
Amazing. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. I love talking to people. I like seeing a person in front of my face, not different rows and columns of data. But to each their own, right?
Yes.
So, what was a difficult situation you had to deal with at work?
Mm, too many.
Too many. Oh, that's not good
I
news.
no, not good news. Well, every quarter,
Mm-hmm.
I have to calculate the bonuses from
Mm-hmm.
the people who is in charge at
Who are
sales,
people who are?
who are who
Mm-hmm.
are in charge of sales department.
Mm-hmm.
So all the leaders should give me the information related to the sales, so they don't
Mm-hmm.
send me the information on time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really difficult to me because at the end I have to gather all the information of all the departments, and
Mm-hmm.
then I had after that I have several meetings with my boss, with the CEO
Mm-hmm.
of finance. So it's for me it's really stressful.
Absolutely. I mean, just hearing the word CEO or any C level of executive manager, oof, it's scary, right?
Yeah,
They
that
hold a lot of
meetings.
power.
Yeah, that meetings are really
Uh-huh.
scary because
Those
sometimes
meetings.
those those
Mm-hmm.
meetings are really scary
Scary.
because scary
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes he asks things like,
Mm-hmm.
really, you want more detail of something like that? Well, okay. Okay.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
so I need to before the meeting, I need to have all the information that as much as I can,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end of the meeting, I like, oh my god, I feel really satisfied with the work,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously with the final result.
Yeah, but you are also exhausted. You feel satisfied, but I'm sure it's draining. It really
Yeah, yes,
takes a lot of energy. Not physical
yes,
energy, but mental energy. So
yes.
I understand that completely. But at least it brings you satisfaction. That is something good. Igor says, no, I don't know this app. Thank you for confirming I'm not the only one. Christian says, I agree. It's very useful to show a lot of data from any company. I guess he's a fan of Power BI as well. Or maybe that Access program you mentioned. Again, I'm
Yeah.
out of my depth here. I don't know anything about Microsoft Access. It's my first time hearing about its existence. But before we end the stream, guys in the chat, you should give us an answer to this question. What was a difficult situation you had to deal with at work? So, Sarah, Igor, Christian, everybody else who is still here with us, what was something difficult you had to deal with? I sometimes have to deal with beginner students. Just before this class, I taught one A1 student, so a student at a very basic level of English. She is from Mexico, just like Magdalena, and it was actually lots of fun because I have to utilize lots of TPR, total physical response, and I need to try and explain words in very basic terms. So if you have a word like, for example, wood, you will say, oh, tree, green, park. You go in the park, walk, you see tree. If you cut the tree, you get wood. So things like that. And when the person understands and gets what I'm saying, it brings a lot of satisfaction to me. But it is draining in every sense. So working with people who are already fluent, like Magdalena, and who just need some little polishing of their skills, it is definitely a breeze. It is something very comfortable for me. So thank you for being here and speaking English so well, Magdalena.
No, thank you. I think that these classes are really good for everyone because I think that at the end of the session, everybody learned something,
Oh,
something new.
absolutely, absolutely. So
Everybody,
your
everybody.
your
You,
level.
the community,
Everyone involved, right?
everyone.
Absolutely. Igor says, I am a student. Now I am dealing with my final exam. Wow, that is exciting. What are you studying, Igor? What do you think Igor is studying, Magdalena? Let's try to guess before he tells us.
Oh, I think that he's studying an engineering.
Ah, yeah, yeah, that's the classic. That's the classic one.
Yeah, maybe in the, I don't know, in systems, maybe it could be. I don't know. I
System
nowadays is the
engineering.
most system engineering. I think that is the most common. But
Or he might be a law student. What do you think about that?
well, it
Maybe.
could be.
Let's find out. Sarah says she deals with the people management, which is hard. Obviously, managing people is never easy. I guess you don't have to directly manage people, do you, Magdalena?
Yes, I have a coworker
Mm-hmm.
who reports me, but well, he's really kind.
Mm-hmm.
He's really collaborative with
Mm-hmm.
the task, and I don't have any problem with him. But
Mm-hmm.
my previous boss,
Mm-hmm.
he was from South America.
Okay.
I'm not going to mention the country,
All right.
and he was, oh my God, no, no, no. I think that he has
Mm-hmm.
been the worst boss
Mm-hmm.
I have had in my career.
Mm. It was a
No,
terrible experience.
he was
Uh-huh.
rude, impolite. He was not part of our team. No,
Mm-hmm.
like
Exactly. He felt like he was
if we were,
above. Mm-hmm.
yes, like if we were strange.
Mm-hmm. As if
No,
you were
like
strangers. Strangers.
strangers.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
right.
so like yeah, but
Thankfully, you have a
fortunately,
good yes.
thankfully, yeah, but not a good, but at least best, better than the previous one.
Better, that's right. Somebody you can tolerate, you can put up with. There's another phrasal verb for the end. Put up with. So tolerate something. You're not happy about it, but you can put up with it. So if you can tolerate a coworker, you don't like them, but it's all right. We have some activity in the chat. I'll become a radiologist. That's what Igor is studying. So we have a doctor in the chat, just like my fiance. Folks, it's hard studying medicine. I really admire you. Have you ever thought about studying medicine, Magdalena?
No, never in my mind. I'm scared of blood.
I'm scared.
I'm scared
Mhm.
of blood. So no, 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 no. I've never been a doctor.
I could never be. I could never
I
be.
could never be a
Yeah,
doctor.
absolutely. I can mention my last project. I had to deal with an issue, so an issue, because of the vowel being the first sound in the word issue. An issue with my coworker for improving some workflows. So some interpersonal problems for you too, Christian. I think that we can see a pattern here. Sarah is complaining about dealing with people. Christian is having problems with his colleagues, his coworkers. So, yes, working with others is never easy. But if you build a nice community like this, it is easier, obviously. Folks, we'll be coming to an end of this stream. Radiologist is cool. Yes, radiologists are cool people, and they do a very important and responsible job. So, thank you, Igor, for becoming one. I think you're going to help many people and save many lives. Magdalena, do you have any final questions for me, first of all?
No, thank you for preparing the class. No, as always. No, I'm really glad to be here, and uh, we go for the fifth one.
Yes, we are going to the fifth one. We are not stopping. You are close to equalizing Aishigul's record. Aishigul is busy. Her friend is getting married, so she has to deal with that. But she has promised she'll be joining the stream and watching much more often in the following days. So we all miss her. W's in the chat for Aishigul in absence. You can show the W on the screen on camera, Magdalena, since you can't send it in the chat. But jokes aside, her record is 5. You are now at 4.
Like
So
this.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
W's.
So her record is 5. You're now at 4. We need to see people like Igor and Christian joining. Sarah is at 1, and some of the old folks like my friends Lazar and his girlfriend Anna. It would be great to have them back, but I believe that you will claim your 5th spot maybe as early as the next weekend. Who knows? We'll keep it a secret. We'll keep it a
Yes.
secret for now. Let's see what the guys are saying. Thank you for the class. You're welcome. Thank you for joining. And huge W's for Magdalena, a really
Thank you.
amazing student. Any final words for the viewers, Magdalena?
Please don't hesitate to watch the videos. Don't hesitate to join to join us at this beautiful community.
Yes, exactly. Those are the best words. You're claiming that marketing spot. You're working hard for it. So, all the jokes aside, enjoy the evening, you folks in Europe. Thanks to you both for the amazing lesson. Thank you, Sarah. So, wishing everybody in Europe a good night and everybody in the Americas a good afternoon, including you, Magdalena. I think you will have a great Sunday.
Yes, I hope so.